Let them think you're harmless. Their doubt is your camouflage. While they chase applause, you use the dark to sharpen your blade. Don't correct them. Let them drop their guard. The deadliest strike is the one nobody sees coming. Be a ghost until you become a nightmare. Have you ever felt that sting? That burning frustration when someone looks right through you, dismisses your ideas, or treats you like you're invisible? Your immediate instinct is to fight back. Your ego wants to scream, "Look at me! Look at what I can do!" You want to prove them wrong immediately. But I need you to kill that instinct right now. Because that need for validation, that is your biggest weakness. When you demand attention, you are painting a target on your back. You are announcing your position to the world. Think about the Trojan horse. It didn't breach the walls of Troy by looking like a threat. It didn't look like a weapon. It looked like a gift. It looked harmless. It was underestimated. And because the Trojans didn't see it as a danger, they opened their gates and dragged it right into the heart of their city. This is the tactical advantage of invisibility. When people underestimate you, they hand you a gift. They lower their guard. They stop analyzing your moves. They stop trying to compete with you because they don't think you're even in the race. There is a psychological mechanism at play here called confirmation bias. Once someone labels you as average, lazy, or not a threat, their brain literally filters out information that contradicts that label. They become blind to your growth. You could be building an empire, learning a new skill, or physically transforming right in front of their faces, and they won't see it. They are too busy being arrogant to notice you are evolving. Robert Greene in the 48 Laws of Power explicitly states, in Law 3, conceal your intentions. If you tell the world what you are going to do, you give them the chance to sabotage you, to critique you, to plant doubt in your mind. Look at the animal kingdom. It's a brutal difference of species. Who makes the most noise in the wild? The prey. The sheep bleat constantly. They make noise to feel safe, to signal to the herd to say, I am here. They need the validation of the group to survive. Now look at the apex predator. Look at the lion. The lion does not roar when it is hunting. It moves through the tall grass in absolute silence. It steps carefully. It blends in. If the lion announced its presence, it would starve. The roar only comes after the victory is secured, never before. So, ask yourself, why are you posting your every move? Why are you broadcasting your plans before they are executed? You are acting like prey when you should be hunting. Embrace the silence. Let them think you gave up. Let them think you failed. Let them gossip that you fell off. Good. The fog of war is your best friend. While they are busy celebrating their own noise, you are moving freely behind enemy lines, positioning yourself for a checkmate they will never see coming. But being invisible is only the first step. Once you have the cover of darkness, you have to do something with it. You can't just hide, you have to build. And that brings us to the most painful part of this process. So, you've gone dark. You've stopped announcing your moves. Now comes the dangerous part. The silence can be deafening. When the applause stops, most people crumble. They feel empty because their entire identity was built on other people's reactions. This is where you flip the switch. This is the incubator phase. You have to understand something brutal. The world does not care about your potential. It doesn't care about what you plan to do. It only respects what is done. And real things are built in the dark. This is the antithesis of the hustle culture you see on social media. You know the type, posting a picture of a laptop and a coffee at 6 a.m. with the caption, grinding. That is not grinding. That is performing. That is seeking a cheap dopamine hit to feel productive without actually producing anything. Real work is boring. It is repetitive. It is unsexy. It is lonely. Neuroscience tells us exactly how greatness is physically constructed in the brain. It's not magic. It's myelin. Every time you repeat a difficult task with intense focus, without distraction, without checking your phone, a layer of myelin wraps around your neural circuits. It's like insulation on a wire. The thicker the myelin, the faster and more precise the signal. This is the biology of mastery. But here is the catch. You cannot build myelin while you are multitasking or seeking validation. You cannot enter a state of deep work if you are worried about your camera angle. This is the forge in darkness. It's the 5 a.m. wake-up call when it's freezing cold and your bed is warm. It's the Friday night spent studying data while your friends are out at the club. It's the gym session where you fail under the bar, alone, with no spotter to cheer you on. You are not just working. You are mutating. You are turning into something else. While they are out there chasing cheap thrills and instant gratification, you are in the basement, stacking bricks. You are enduring the lonely pain that breaks average people. Think of it as an incubation period. A monster isn't born fully grown. It grows in a shell, hidden from the world, feeding, getting stronger, developing claws and teeth. The shell looks quiet from the outside, but inside, there is a violent transformation happening. But how long can you hold your breath? How long can you keep pushing when there is zero feedback? Because eventually, the shell has to crack. And when it does, you won't need to introduce yourself. There is a moment in physics called critical mass. It's the point where the built-up energy can no longer be contained. It explodes. This is your re-entry. You don't come back with a speech. You don't come back with a long Facebook post explaining where you've been or what you've learned. You simply appear. But you are not the same person who left. The atmosphere shifts when you walk into the room. This is the reality shock. Imagine the confusion on their faces. The people who wrote you off, the ones who laughed when you said you had a vision, they are suddenly hit with a cognitive dissonance so violent it makes them dizzy. They remember the old you, the average you, and now they are staring at a version of you that seems to operate on a different frequency. They will ask, "How did you do this? When did this happen?" You won't need to answer. Your results are screaming so loud that your voice isn't even necessary. This is the ultimate power move. It's the reverse Dunning-Kruger effect. While the incompetent were shouting about how great they were, you, the competent, were questioning yourself, refining yourself, and working in the shadows. And now, the gap between you and them is not just wide, it is unbridgeable. If you are finding value in this dark strategy, if you are ready to embrace the shadows, hit that like button. It tells me you are part of the few who understand. And subscribe if you want to keep sharpening your mind while the rest of the world sleeps. The most brutal revenge is not angry words. It's not a fight. It is a massive, undeniable success that makes their doubt look ridiculous. It makes their past comments sound like jokes. You force them to respect you not by demanding it, but by becoming undeniable. You become a force of nature. A storm doesn't explain why it's raining. The sun doesn't apologize for burning. They just are. So let them keep talking. Let them keep underestimating. Let them enjoy their noise. You have work to do. The next time they see you, they won't be looking at a peer. They will be looking at a phenomenon. Now, go back to the dark, and don't come out until you're ready to conquer.